people's trust, he gains the ability to sculpt their very thoughts. You are wise to fear these rings. Galadriel.
Hello everyone, Dan here from the Next Issue Podcast. On today's video, I'll be doing a review for Rings of Power Season 2, Episode 7, Doomed to Die. Before I get into spoilers, this episode, I feel like either their marketing built it up too much in my head or I built it up too much in my head. And although it did not exceed those expectations that I had already preset, I think it was still a very solid episode right before the finale next week. So highly encourage you to check it out. I think this season overall has been great. But man, oh man, this was the big battle episode. I feel like everything from the next one, it's either going to be a lot of fallout or even just a big sad turn, because obviously as somebody that's seen the films and knows a little bit about the Lord of the Rings lore, we know how some of these things are going to end in the future, right? So I can't expect a fully happy ending for a lot of the characters that we're following, because that's still very far away. So let's get into it now. I'm going to get into spoilers, so if you haven't seen the show, make sure you go check it out. We start with Celebrimbor just toiling away as Annatar just gaslights him into, like, anytime he goes outside, Celebrimbor is not aware of there's like this enchantment that allows him to just not see the truth of the battle that's happening outside while he works on the Rings of Man. We also see that Elrond goes to visit Prince Durin to request help in this upcoming battle. Now the dwarves themselves are having their own issues. We don't see any of the stranger or the Harfoots in this episode. I think their fallout will probably happen in the finale, which has me a little worried because those are not my favorite stories right now. Although I think with the stranger, hopefully we'll get some big payoff to what they've been setting up this season. So as we go on, we also see the orcs moving closer into the city of Eregion. I believe that's what it's called. And the orcs start making moves. They want to dam the river so that they can cross into the city with full forces. And the forces that are defending the city realize it's a little bit too late. So Celebrimbor, we see little hints that he's starting to realize that there's a spell happening, and he realizes who Annatar really is, right? That it is Sauron, and that he's been playing him all this time. So Sauron forces Celebrimbor to he kind of makes him look crazy, right? He makes him accidentally kill Merdania, which was pretty brutal. She fell from the top of the castle, and kind of forces him to kind of keep working on the rings. So Celebrimbor really has lost everything here. We do hear that the elf army shows up in time to stop the orcs from fully decimating the city. Adar has a interesting face-off with Elrond while Galadriel is being held hostage. We also see Prince Durin giving a speech to the dwarves to kind of rally them up into this battle. But unfortunately, the dwarves may not be able to help. We'll get into that in a minute. We see a kiss between Elrond and Galadriel, which felt a little bit like fan service until you realize that the reason that they kissed was so that Elrond could give Galadriel like this little pin so she could escape from her shackles. So it was a kiss with a purpose, which was really fun. They were literally having their cake and eating it, of like giving a little bit of fan service with having these two kiss, but also it has a purpose in the larger story. We also see something that I did not realize that I was gonna ever see, and this was Adar. As they were burning some of the orcs, like on the quiet time during the battle, they were putting some of the orcs to rest, and he actually, it feels like he does care, and he really is trying to protect the orcs from Sauron, like from being under the control of Sauron in his own way, which is probably not the right way, but it's still in his own way. So yeah, I think Adar feeling feelings was not something I had on the bingo card. We finally see Arondir team up with Galadriel as she tries to escape. He helps her, which was really fun to see those two characters interact as well. Celebrimbor is chained in the forge so he can finish his work, and it turned into a moment where he was trying to escape the bindings, and I was like, oh my god, we're getting a Saw movie. What the hell? So yeah, Galadriel arrives just in time to save Celebrimbor as he escapes. He did cut off one of his thumbs to escape the shackles, and that was pretty harsh. But man, oh man, Celebrimbor's he's had it the worst. I am still interested to see because he has forged pretty much all the rings except the one ring, right? So I don't know where that's gonna come from. Maybe that'll be something they address next season. I'm not really sure. So they set up this giant orc a few episodes ago, and they're finally paying that off. This giant orc finally comes in to finish off this wall they've been trying to take down, and the High King himself shows up, and they all kind of tag team this giant orc. That was a really cool set piece. But Adar continues to advance. Uh, Elrond realizes a little bit too late that the dwarves are not coming and they're kind of on their own. So Adar takes out Arondir, and the wall is finally breached. And Adar he finds a ring he takes a ring from the one that Elrond had. So we'll see what that comes out of that. And yeah, this is like probably one of the darkest endings to an episode because everyone's in peril. Everyone is just, the worst part is that I don't think we're gonna see anything be resolved either this season or at least at the beginning of next episode. I think next episode we're gonna fully lean into the other narratives, including checking in on the dwarfs and why they didn't show up. But they've laid out enough hints to know that King Doran probably they had to stay behind to deal with him. So we'll see what happens there. One last note that I had, there was like this very weird song at the end, which almost felt like it was being sang in the language of the orcs, and I didn't realize that the orccore was a was a music genre. So we'll see. Very well done. Overall, really enjoyed this episode. Like I said, not I think I built it up too much in my head, but it definitely feels like a lot of effort went into this, and I'm very excited to see how season 2 comes to an end. So if you have seen The Rings of Power, season 2, episode 7, let me know what you thought about it down in the comments. What do you think is going to happen in the finale? And as always, thank you for watching, everyone. Remember to share, like, subscribe, hit the bell so you know when we go live. That is most Saturdays, 10 a.m. Central Standard Time. Stay tuned. We have more comic reviews, trailer reactions, TV recaps, all that fun stuff here in the channel. Thanks for watching, everyone. Bye-bye.